Hello, my name is Amish. Today we're going to be looking at a plus 24 Waycrest Manor. This one was timed. Starting off, here are my overall stats. Been focusing on crit and haste, although the higher we go, the more I'm thinking I will need to be stacking more bursts. That's a minor optimization there. In terms of talents, so I tried to sort of recreate what my talents were. I didn't actually get a spread of them at the end of the Waycrest when we ran it. So I sort of tried to recreate it here for the most part. You'll see my weak auras have a diffuse magic here. I was not running diffuse magic, but I will be running diffuse magic going forward. So this, for the most part, the talents that I was running with, from my understanding. I definitely had Resonant Fists. I definitely had Yu'lon's Grace. The rest of these guys, these 4 nodes here, no idea. But I'm pretty sure that this was it. Otherwise, I think the big changes on the Mistweaver side, I lobbed Rising Mist. In retrospect, I don't think I should have. I'm going to be taking this back. The reason why is because based off of more log review and more analysis, if I am just punching and kicking and doing my DPS rotation more, I will be getting much more value out of Rising Mist than I was just in a caster build. If I wanted to do a caster build, I would take Tear of Morning, but I want to up my damage throughput to help run through the key quicker. That's one optimization I'm going to make. In this one, I took Focused Thunder. My thinking was that I wanted to have both the Thunder Focus Tea effect of reducing the cooldown of Rising Sun Kick by 9 seconds and the Instacast Enveloping Mist so that I can put my Zen Pulse out for Echoing Reverberation. Now, I don't think that I got a lot of juice from that, and we'll see in a second, but I really didn't cast Thunder Focus Tea as much as I could have based on other logs I was looking at. So probably gonna lob Focus Thunder, put it back into Rising Mist, and just kick and punch and do the DPS rotation like I should be doing. Otherwise, I did take Energizing Brew. You know, with life cycles, it just takes a lot longer to drink the mana tea. And so yeah, having Energizing Brew was pretty nice just to speed that process up quite a bit. In terms of the damage and healing spread, so these overall are just strictly much lower than they need to be. This is almost exactly the situation that we were looking at in the last video, where I'm just not DPSing enough, especially since I'm not going for a caster build for Mistweaver. I'm really trying to do damage here. That's like my #1 priority. And my #1 area that I would like to improve upon at the moment. So looking at sort of a lot of different logs, I'm not going to post them on the screen here like I did last time because it was a spread of a bunch of different logs. But for Rising Sun Kick, this is, yeah, so I cast it 159 times. I was seeing others cast it somewhere between like 225 to 250, which is quite a lot more than what I was casting. Spinning Crane Kick, similarly, it's closer to where it needs to be, but this should be closer to like 125, 160-ish, 175. So yeah, a little bit below there. Blackout Kick as well. I was seeing people closer to like 250 plus for this. Again, this one is a little bit closer, but yeah, need to up that. I think one thing that I've noticed as well is with Blackout Kick, I really need to make sure that I'm sending that when it has 4 stacks. And so what that's going to look like is standing on my faeline, Rising Sun Kick, 2 Tiger Palms, Blackout Kick, and cycling through that just over and over and over and over again. Zen Pulse, pretty much on track with Zen Pulse, so not too worried about that. Resonant Fist is just some extra, DPS tacked on there. I think that this could be higher if I was actually DPSing more, using Extinction Blast pretty much on cooldown, so that's great. Tiger Bomb. Tiger Bomb needs to definitely double, maybe even triple what this is. And so what this is telling me is, like I said, I was sending Blackout Kick without having 4 stacks. Yeah, in order to get more stacks, you got a Tiger Palm, So I really just need to be tiger palming like crazy. I thought the Jade Fire Stomp, so I noticed that I was having some mana issues. I guess you could call them issues. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm just used to Disc not necessarily needing to drink as much this season. And I've noticed that ever since swapping to Mistweaver, I have needed to drink pretty regularly, even with Mana Tea. I could be min-maxing Mana Tea a little bit better than I have been, but regardless, I've noticed that I've needed to drink pretty frequently. Looking at other logs, though, I thought that it was Jade Fire Stomp and me casting it too frequently that was the cause of this, but I don't think that it is. I could theoretically be casting this more, according to some logs that I was seeing. So I'm not really sure what my mana... Actually, no. I do have a hunch for what my mana problems are coming from, and that's over in our healing spread. So we'll see from the top, Ancient Teachings was coming out number 1. However, this should be, I think, closer to like 30% of my total. Based on other logs that I've... This percentage needs to be substantially higher. 12.1% is like comically low. And so again, this is just telling me that I need to be focusing on DPSing if that is the build that I'm going for, which it is. Looking down at Vivify, and this is where I'm thinking my mana problems are coming from. I am casting this way too much. At 145 casts, this could at least be halved. Vivify needs to come down a notch. So probably where my mana problems are coming from is I think I'm sort of stuck in this in-between space of kind of being Ancient Teachings DPS heavy, but then also kind of leaning on casting, and it's not, it feels disjointed because it is just disjointed because I'm not really in one or the other. I'm kind of like trying to do a hybrid of both, and it's just not working. That's my main takeaway there. Yu'lon's Grace, bunch of free healing, but again, I'll be swapping that out for Diffuse Magic going forward, since I think that that will be much more effective. Yeah, not really much else to say. I think Enveloping Mist, yeah, I also cast that a little bit more. So Enveloping Mist, I cast it 68 times. In other logs, I've seen it cast about half as much. And you can see there was a ton of overheal in the Enveloping Mist that I did cast. So yeah, that just tells me that that might have been wasted. And that's a big mana dump too. So anyway, I'm starting to see where my mana issues are coming from. And it's mainly from casting. So yeah, going forward, that's going to be my big takeaway, is now that I've identified sort of what I need to be doing and where, making sure that I am doing my DPS rotation, making sure that I'm sending my Blackout Kick when it has 4 stacks, making sure that I'm pushing my Thunder Focus Tea and doing all that good stuff. And yeah, should be fine. Okay, with that, let's clip over to the key.
2,
Alrighty. I always forget how remarkably dark Waycrest is until I try and do a voiceover for a video. So I'm getting better at pre-potting before putting the key in.
Don't you dare
Great.
call me daughter.
Going into this poll, I think typically I send out a Chi-Ji and I start Blackout Kicking like crazy because the cleave makes it so that I can get a bunch of Enveloping Mist out. But in this case, I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to go ahead and Spinning Crane Kick to try and up a little more of the damage. And then go ahead and Revival to get the Dax off.
More of a plan than that, right?
Heroes, your strength.
Put a
is
cocoon
needed.
on
We
the
must
Druid
see this
because they're
evil
very squishy and
daughter
Edge will
alone.
just sort of make them fall
We'll
over.
investigate the grounds while you dispatch her servants. Good hunting.
So this is an instance where, yeah, I Vivified, I Soothing Misted into the Paladin, but really this whole time I should be on my faeline, Rising Sun Kick, Tiger Palming, Blackout Kicking. I did an Extinction Blast, but yeah, there was so much DPS downtime there. A major area for improvement.
Cannot stop my curse.
Little Manatee bump. Let's see if I DPS. I start with no stacks of a Blackout Kick. Hard cast Enveloping Mist. And then do 2 insta-cast Enveloping Mists. after a Thunder Focus Tea. That was definitely, none of that was necessary at all. That was kind of just a mana dump, a waste of mana. Really, I should have just been spending all of that time doing my DPS rotation. Okay, there's a 4 stack of Blackout Kick. That's good. But I don't think that that is going to be the norm. Yeah, hard cast. Yeah. A lot to learn from this in terms of how to restructure things and improve. I have my Thunder Focus Tea up. I could use it. Probably could use it. Probably should use it on a Rising Sun kick. And then an Enveloping Mist for the Zen Pulse, but I did not do that. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and do the Heartsbane Triad. I know that others on higher keys tend to like Invispot and run into this room. I don't think we've ever done that. I know we've never done that. This is where things get a little bit dicey, and another place where I really should just be DPSing instead of casting. But I'm doing a lot of casting. I also need to put Expel Harm on my weak Aura Suite because I've been relying on it quite a bit and it's nowhere to be seen. So I kind of push it and hope it's available, which is not good. So yeah, doing a lot of casting here. Thunder Focus Tea is up. Okay, I used it for its 2 instacast Enveloping Mists. Put one on the Druid because I am afraid for his life. Really though, should just be DPSing, which I am not doing. Be a great time for Chi-Ji as well. Gotta send something for the mark. Yeah, the marks are so gnarly, and I think we lose. Might we lose me?
I love the sound of snapping limbs.
I think we reset here.
Release the iris. Such lovely agony. I love the sound of snapping limbs.
I think it would have been fine if we went with the re-res watching this back, but it's all good.
You have no power here.
So I seem to be starting... Okay, so I sent Chi-Ji on pull, which I absolutely should not do. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I might have been just afraid for the Druid's life. Like, that's just my #1, like, priority in everything we run, is just making sure that he stays up. I think we talk about hunters being squishy, but oh my god. Balance Druid. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, just a lot of reactivity. I don't have anything for this. And again, those marks are so gnarly. You have to have something rolling.
Release the iris to me,
I could have Fort Brood.
My thorns will rip you to shreds.
Okay, I melded Jagged Nettles.
Give me the iris, you fool! Only I can focus its power. You belong to me now.
Alright, so I'm thinking about, well, I should be thinking about the next mark. So it should be coming out shortly. I have 10 stacks of Shaylin's Gift. I have Chi-Ji.
You bear the black mark!
Okay, I sent Shaylun's remarkably early. Chi-Cocoon on the Druid.
Release the iris.
Yeah,
to
watching this back,
restart.
I was really winging it, wasn't I? This is wild.
The more you struggle, the more you'll
Pop the
bleed.
Druid.
I can rest more easily knowing these foul creatures no longer prowl the night.
Wild. Yeah, that was pretty messy
Continue your
on my
hunt,
part.
Lady Waycrest. I will ensure these rooms are clear.
I think I might be in the path, but yeah. Pulling the dogs unnecessarily. I have 10 stacks of Shaylin's Gift, which should handle bursting just fine. Actually, didn't even need it.
Take you!
So I sent the 2 stack of Blackout Kick. I could have Tiger Palm before doing that to make it 4. I really should get an ability tracker in the top corner. Make this easier.
I still serve. Die screaming.
There's a 4 stack of Blackout Kick. Very good. Okay, that was the 2 stack. Yeah, watching this back, it is very easy to see where things were going awry. There's the 4 stack. That was 2. There's a 4.
He comes. He comes.
These spits can get really spicy. If you run into bad luck, you can get double spit and just blow up. That's happened many times. To our druid. Who I feel so bad. So this is a good spot for some kind of rolling something with the Pallid Gorgers. They jump and leave a nasty bleed. This is a Tyrant week, so it's not as gnarly, but on Fort weeks, that can be pretty deadly. I have my potion ready. I might be saving it for the boss. I guess I am. However, actually, I'm not sure. I feel like I always overestimate how long things are going to take in between pulls. So it's hard to know. There is at least one Gorger in this pack. Might be two. I think it's just one. So again, good to have something going. At this level, it could just be that Ancient Teachings can handle it. But I'm not making effective use of Ancient Teachings, so I can't really be a good judge of whether that is the case. But I will. Yeah, like I'm hard casting Vivifies when I could just be. I mean, if it's like, you know, if it brings you down like a fifth or a quarter or something of your health, like Ancient Teachings can definitely handle that. So yeah, shifting the focus away from reactive Vivify healing to just doing the good old DPS rotation. That should be the key. Alright, so looking at the timings and potion, I think I definitely could have sent my potion back there while doing trash. By the time we get to Soulbound Goliath, I think it should be up. So, ready for improvement. Did I send my potion?
5,
Yep, there it goes.
4, 3.
So
2,
here I send my Chi-Ji, and then I basically am funneling my Chi-Ji insta enveloping mist into whoever has the thorns, and then popping the Zen Pulse on them.
5, 4, 3.
I did this because my life cocoon was down. We were also in chat coordinating like bop and things like that. Yeah, I think this is another instance where, I mean, I could be DPSing this
5,
whole time and just sort of
4,
like shifting
3,
slightly
2.
to not get
1.
hit by the little fiery dudes. I accidentally put the Chi-Cocoon on the warrior. I like, you know what I mean? So that was really unfortunate. It was a waste.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The perils of mouse over macros. Sometimes you just put it on the wrong person. It's not common though, I find.
Five, 4,
Okay, snap
3,
Chi-Chi again.
2, 1.
Dumping and enveloping this into the root target. Oh, I should have revivaled. I
5,
should have
4,
revivaled there.
3, 2, 1.
Or Shaylin's gifted. Instead I did nothing and almost died. Okay, yeah, wow, I was really struggling this fight. I sent revival when we didn't need it like at all.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Warrior. Normally I would, yeah, I Zen Pulse, okay. I think I'm saving Chi Cocoon if it goes on the druid.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Seek your soul.
Chi Cocoon the warrior really didn't need to. Really did not need to. Probably should have just saved it for this fight. This fight can get pretty hectic pretty quick. With Raal the Gluttonous. Ooh, spicy. I'm personally still not super sure how to handle the servants. I've heard that bouncing them away with a Ring of Peace makes it really difficult to leave them down. But I also don't want them to, you know, get eaten. So, tough call. Yeah, this fight just gets so chaotic so quick. Okay, so much downtime. I should be kicking or something right now. Instead, I'm just kind of running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Put my potions up. See if I use it. Oh my god. Chaos. Murder in the streets. Para 1. I'm not oh, there's my potion. Okay, good. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Kind of spicy. I think I meld the Rotten Expulsion. You can meld that. Helps keep the floor clean a little bit and just reduce some potential damage. Prayer is also tough because I feel like it gets broken not infrequently. Can't meld this, so I sidestep. Just cut boss.
Dead meat. You go on. Find Lady Waycrest. Settle the score.
Oh, dear. It seems you have slaughtered my entire household. The carnage is dripping through the floorboards. Why not join me in the basement and marvel at death's beauty?
I life cocooned the druid there. I don't think I needed to. I think again that was another instance where yeah, Ancient Teachings would have just been able to handle that. casting my little heart out. Yeah, I should have saved the life cocoon for this etch here. Yeah, just the biggest thing I'm noticing is I'm sending blackout kicks with no stacks, or not 4 stacks. Which is not good. And yeah, in addition, so A, I'm just not DPSing, like at all. But B, when I am not doing it correctly. Leading to issues. Potion just came up. I believe I'm saving it for the boss here. Would make sense because, you know, there's only one mob.
In death, I still serve.
Alrighty, Lord and Lady Waycrest.
Husband, your
Sent my potion. Sent Chi-Chi. Go out to dispel. Yeah, again, sending blackout kick with no stacks. This is the great part about watching videos back and doing voiceovers, is like, they're in the moment. It is just so hard to pinpoint like what you're doing and what you're doing wrong. But yeah, watching this back, it is like clear as day. The very reactive Chi cocoon. Or life cocoon. So our warrior spell reflected that, and we all got it. So I thankfully had revival and was able to fix it. But yeah, that was pretty funny. Didn't realize that spell reflecting it would put it on all of us. Really glad when this goes on me, because then I can just roll out easily. Theoretically, I should be transcendancing. Transfer? Transcendence transferring? I don't know. Like, it's so easy. Just roll out, dispel, it's great.
it.
Alright, on to the pack of gloom horrors.
At long last, the nightmare is over.
Just a spinning crane kick party.
Foolish child, you lack vision. Death is an inevitable force that stalks you at every turn.
You burst, however, so this is gonna be a little spicy.
Gorak Tul, how is this possible? My ancestors defeated you ages ago.
Your
I should have Shayloon's
ancestors
gifted
wiped out
there.
my people, but they could not destroy me. For countless years, I waited to enact my vengeance. Until, at long last, your mother provided me the means.
Just drinking a little bit before the last
Lady
boss.
Waycrest was merely
Although
a
this
vessel
isn't really a
for
mana
my
heavy
power. My
fight.
death consumes
I mean,
all.
theoretically nothing really should be mana heavy if I'm ancient teachings correctly, but you know.
We cannot allow Gorak Tul to cross into our
5,
world.
Yeah, I'm
Four,
just, what am I
3,
doing? I am sending those
Manor
blackout
is making its
kids
way to us.
with nothing.
Sterntide and I will hold them here. You have to finish this.
That was a 2. That was a 0. 0. 0 again. This is
5,
wild.
4,
Super wild to
3,
watch back.
2, 1.
Preemptively Chief Cocoon the Druid.
Quickly, burn it!
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Set them aflame before the Crust King resurrects them!
Would be a good time to pre-cast Shayloon's gift. I have those 10 stacks. So I can cast that sort of, was it 1.2 seconds? Like basically as the cast bar starts. When Gorak Tul starts to cast
5,
that.
4,
Go ahead and send
3,
Shayloon's, and by the time it
1.
casts, Shayloon's will basically cover it almost insta. That was a little bit late, but kind of the idea.
Hurry! Set them aflame before the Crust King resurrects them!
Five, 4, 3, 2,
Alright, and that's the key.
Cannot hold me.
So we had one full wipe on Heartsbane Triad, and, you know, deaths mattered in between then and the end, and we still timed with about almost exactly 5 minutes to spare. So, yeah, I mean, looking back at the damage
We've
spread,
done it.
it makes a
Gorak
lot
Tul
of
has been
sense.
banished.
Or I should say, looking back at the
See?
video,
There is
makes
nothing
a lot of
strong
sense why the
arm and
damage spread
sharp
is the way
steel
that it
can't
is.
fix.
Spent a lot of time
Thank you,
doing
heroes.
nothing.
You've broken the
And
coven
then when I
released us
was
from
doing my
Gorak
DPS
Tul's
rotation,
power.
it was
We are
very
in your
ineffective.
debt.
It was not what it should be looking like. So back to the dungeon mines for me. I will be working on this, and yeah. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!